Hi, my name is Curtis Rippee, and it is my pleasure today to welcome you on behalf of the trustees of McKinney ISD. I walked in here this morning and I was reminded about a little over 20 years ago, I was a member of this church and I was fresh out of college, and if you've heard me talk before, you know that I always wanted to be a teacher but chose to go into business. And so I said, well, I'll teach Sunday school. And so I came and told the church leadership, I want to teach Sunday school. And they said, great. We've got an 8th grade boys class we'd love for you to teach. Okay, I'll do it. So I go, and about first 3 weeks, 8 boys showed up. And about 3 weeks in, I went, what in the world have I got myself into? I have no idea how to handle 8th grade boys. So they said, hey, about a week later, hey, we're going to have this sleepover event, and we're going to have, and all the kids are going to stay over at the teacher's house on Saturday night and come to church on Sunday morning. I'm a 22-year-old single guy. I've only had 8 boys coming every week, right? I said, okay, I can do that. So I invited all my boys to come over. You know how many boys showed up? 23. 23 boys and one 22-year-old single guy who wasn't equipped to be a teacher. But anyway, so I'm not sure who was crazier that night, me or the parents who let 23 boys come to a 22-year-old man's house overnight. But anyway, this is an exciting day and one would feel with great anticipation as we look to kick off the 2012-2013 year. I'd like to take a few minutes to give you some words of encouragement. When I think of you as teachers, administrators, and us as a school district, the one word that comes to mind is stewardship. Webster's defines stewardship as the careful and responsible management of something entrusted to one's care. And the second definition I like is stewardship is making the most out of that which you've been entrusted. See, the key to both those definitions are elements of that when you're a steward, you have something that's not yours, but you're responsible for the careful management and getting the most out of that which you've been entrusted. A week from Monday, over 24,000 students are going to walk through our doors, entrusted to us by their parents, with the idea that we would help get the most, or they would get the most out of themselves. Those children are not ours, and we have an incredible privilege and responsibility. That's not a responsibility we should take lightly, because every kid matters, whether they're tall, short, boy or girl, shy, gregarious, rich or poor. Every one of them matters. But you know what? Every teacher matters to every kid. Elementary students all over the district will show up next week to supply and say hi or meet the teacher night with incredible anticipation of who's going to be my teacher for the next 9 months. Middle schoolers and high schoolers all over the district are now opening their mail, looking at their schedule going, and then they're texting and calling and meeting with the other students going, can you tell me about this teacher? What's this teacher like? Because every teacher matters to every kid. You see, as a teacher, you don't get to choose whether you influence a kid. You only get to choose how you influence them. One of the great things about life is that with great responsibility comes the opportunity for great reward. I truly believe there's no greater profession in the world for reward than a teacher. The opportunity to impact an individual's life in a significant way that decades after they leave your classroom, they know your name and they know specifically how they impacted you. So as we embark on another school year, is our hope and prayer that we will be good and faithful stewards of the children with which we have been entrusted. If we will do that, there's no doubt in my mind the reward for both the students and for you will be great. Have a good year.